Had a Tottenham update in about a week or so, I think, and there's a lot of transfer news doing the rounds on the rumour mill. And first up, we are going to talk on Guillermo Vicario, as Fabrizio Romano said today that Inter Milan really appreciate Vicario. They tried to sign him previously but couldn't pull it off. Right now, Vicario is fully focused on Tottenham, but Inter are keeping an eye on things. If in 2026 there's even a small opening for a possible transfer, Inter would be ready. That's interesting.
The thing is, Vicario, as much as I love him, is he upgradable? Sometimes you've got to be ruthless. A bit like what Arsenal did with Ramsdale. There was an option to upgrade. They just did it, went with Rare, and got that upgrade. I'm not saying Vicario is worse than Ramsdale. He's better, but is he upgradable? Is he a goalkeeper who, could we have someone who's just got a bit more composure, a bit calmer? I've always said his biggest strength can be his biggest weakness, and that's his full passion, is always going kind of a full pelt, 100 miles an hour. He's got so much energy. He's a bundle of energy, but it lets himself down sometimes because he loses his head. And he doesn't have that kind of composure. Maybe he'll develop that once he hits 30 and he gets a bit calmer. But right now, I think it's hard to argue he's not upgradable. As much as I do love him, and I don't think he's our biggest problem by any stretch of the imagination. Very good shot stopper, but he's not particularly great with the ball at his feet. I think we all know that. He's never not really improved that. And I do think he does have a rush of blood to the head in him, which maybe other keepers don't. So, look, if down the line, if Inter are willing to sign him and we've earmarked a keeper who can upgrade him, I'm open to it. But I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Look, I think he is upgradable. I do like him. I like his personality. I like some of the traits he has. But I do feel later down the line, maybe even next summer, if Inter come in with an offer that Spurs are willing to accept, I think if Spurs can earmark a replacement that is for sure better than him, then I think I would do it. Look, like you're talking about being ruthless, it's something that Spurs just need to do and haven't done for many years. If you've got a player that is upgradable and there's a player there that we can upgrade with him, then just do it. There's no point dilly-dallying and being loyal when you just need better product on the pitch. We need to upgrade in all positions that is possible, and I think goalkeeper is one of them.
Yep, and that's just reality. That's what you've got to do if you're trying to close the gap to the top.
Yeah,
we'll see. I'm not necessarily in a rush to get rid of him.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying if the opportunity presents itself and there is a goalkeeper there which is better than Vicario, then do the business.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about Rodrigo Mendoza. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. Elche's star, young kid coming through there. And there was actually a report a few days ago saying that Arsenal are looking at him very seriously. But Team Talk, not the most reliable source, that Tottenham have joined Arsenal and Chelsea in the race to sign Elche midfielder Rodrigo Mendoza. The Spanish under-21 international has a £17 million release clause in his contract. He's a central midfielder.
Yeah, I don't really know much about him. Is he a ball-playing midfielder, defensive midfielder? Does one goal, mate? Is he an attacking midfielder? I know Elche have been actually playing really good football this season. I know that. I know they've got quite an ambitious manager who's implemented a really nice style of play, and a lot of people have been looking at Elche with being very impressed this season with how he plays football. Maybe he's one of these technicians who's been in the central midfield. I don't know. Is this a signing in case Frank leaves? You get more technical players in the middle? Is it a Frank signing?
Yeah, I think he's like a creative 8 kind of thing.
Creative 8. I wouldn't mind that.
High pass kind of midfielder.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
We need more passing, that's for sure.
But yeah, he is, a lot of people in Spain are talking about him. He's very highly rated, but I've never seen him play, really. I don't know too much about him. I just know that there's a big reaction to Spain with him at the moment.
Well, in the comments, let us know. Give us a breakdown about this guy. Is this guy someone we should sign?
Next up, we're going to talk about Carlos Baleba. As Carlos Baleba, caught offside, says that Tottenham have joined the race for Carlos Baleba and are ready to rival Manchester United for his signature. It is believed that Brighton will demand €100 million, which could make any deal extremely tricky for Spurs.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, surely his price should drop after, he hasn't exactly set the world alight this season.
Yeah, he's definitely had his head turned, hasn't he? He hasn't been as good. I think even Hertz admitted the speculation has affected him. So, is it the case that his price should be dropping significantly? I think they demanded in there, as you say, in the summer, I think over 100 million for him, which is what broke the deal down. Although it looked like it could be on the cards. Obviously, last season was phenomenal, and I do think in general, like so energetic. He's very he's basically like Moises Caicedo, like a younger version of Caicedo. Like very good on the ball, but also like a bundle of energy. Just gets around the pitch so much. So I think he's a player who would suit us. Maybe it's a player that if we don't take up Paulinho permanently, or at least to replace Bentancur, he kind of fit just like replacement there. I would love it in the summer, but it's going to be tough to battle for his signature, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what other clubs are in for him. If it is just Spurs and Manchester United, and there's a straight suit out and say like Spurs and Man United are both willing to match what Brighton want, who do you think he goes to?
Judging on previous signings, United. But maybe if we finish higher, then we'll see. But yeah, are we really going to spend 100 million on him?
No, but I don't think Man United will either. And you know, if he keeps putting in like these performances, like his head's turned, the Brighton really want to keep him. That's the other thing as well. So maybe they will accept like a bit of a cut price deal for him.
How much is cut price? 60, 70?
Something like that, yeah. And that is in Spurs' ballpark figure.
I guess. We're willing to make him our record signing?
I don't know. We don't know how this board act, do we? So we're going into the unknown of transfer windows because this is the first transfer window we're going into. I don't think Baleba will be a January. It could probably be a summer. Or to be honest, if his head's been turned, it could be a January one. But this is the first transfer window post Levy, so we don't really know.
Yeah.
Next up, we're going to talk about Franulo Ju. Corriere dello Sport say that Tottenham have joined the race to sign Midtjylland's attacking sensation Franulo Ju. The 21-year-old striker has been in sensational form this season, scoring 19 goals and laying on 3 assists in 28 games for the Danish Giants.
So what's that, 11 goals in 4 games there?
That's 11 games for... I don't know what that is.
I know
which one's right.
I know Midtjylland have been very good in the Europa League.
Maybe what I'm reading out had Europa League stats. Maybe that's just the league. I don't know.
So what, he scored 15 goals in the Europa League?
Yeah, maybe in the Cup as well.
Maybe. 15 goals in the Europa League and Cup?
Who knows?
That seems crazy.
I'm gonna
maybe
look
it's just
into
not
it
true
now.
what the stats on screen is saying.
Well, here on Transfer Market, it says 16 appearances, 16 goals in the league.
Okay.
And 3 assists.
I know Midtjylland have been very strong in the Europa League. Before the current game week, they were 4 games, 4 wins, and they were top. I think they did lose the last one. I don't know where that leaves them. So they've been surprising a lot of people in the Europa League this season, and clearly this guy's been at the forefront. I got no idea if he's actually the real deal or if it's just like doing well in the Danish league. Wonder if he's linking up well with Cho up front for Midtjylland.
3 goals, 5 games in the Europa League. So he's been doing decent in the Europa League as well. We
definitely could do with a striker right now with Solanke with his current injury problem. So maybe it could be a cheap one in January if we're desperate.
Yeah, you know, he's one off the Benfica academy as well.
That's also a very good academy.
He's a conveyor. They have a conveyor belt there of talent. So I'd probably need to read a bit more into him.
Colson 278 says Franculino lacks pace and is not very physical, bang average.
Well, there you have it. If he says it, it must be true.
It must be true.
Transfer Market says that he's been linked to AC Milan, Fenerbahce, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund and Everton. And he plays for Guinea-Bissau and scored 1 goal in 14 games for them. But look, we don't know too much about him, so if you know much about him in the comment section below, let us know. But he is a striker that we have been linked to over the past 24 hours. Next up, we're going to talk about Iliman Ndiaye. Santi Auna says that Man City, Liverpool and Tottenham have added Iliman Ndiaye to their shortlist for the summer. The 25-year-old from Everton, initial talks have already taken place with his agents. Which is interesting. I really like Iliman Ndiaye. I liked him last season. I think he's improved on that this season. When you're talking about Man City and Liverpool, though, I feel like Antoine Semenyo is going to go to one of them, and then maybe they'll pick up the scraps of one of them, and Iliman Ndiaye will leave us with no one.
Surely he's not going to Liverpool.
Iliman?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. True.
Sure, so I don't see how that's possible.
So maybe Semenyo to Liverpool and Iliman to Man City. Can you see that?
I feel like Man City might go for someone better than Iliman Ndiaye. I know he's good, but I don't know if he's Man City level. Maybe he is. Maybe he is that good. But I would like to think he comes here and we've got a shot of making him the starter here and a star. Maybe we can tell that to him. I do like him a lot. We'll see where we are in a year's time. It's hard about looking at transfers at the moment. Don't even know if the manager's going to be in it next year at the moment with the way things are going. So maybe it's a case of doesn't matter who the manager is because we've got a sporting director and they should be earmarking signings anyway, regardless of who the manager is.
It's true, but also, like with the way that we've been doing manager searches, you don't even know what kind of style of play the next manager's going to be. That's the reality.
So it's a difficult thing talking about transfer. I don't think it's a January one, as you say. It's one earmarked for the summer. But he's obviously doing very well at the moment for Everton. I really like what I'm seeing. One stat I saw from the other day as well is he's second to Elliot Anderson for possessions won in the league this season. So he's done his defensive duties as well.
Yeah,
he has been getting more goals. He's so good at dribbling. So I really like what I see from him, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a while. I think he's a very, very, very good player. Next up, and last but not least, we're going to talk about Conor Gallagher once again.
The man who never goes away.
Yeah, the Footy Insider says that Atletico Madrid would be open to parting ways with Conor Gallagher in January if they get a suitable fee. Both Manchester United and Tottenham are interested in the former Chelsea man, who could be available for just £26 million. Ruben Amorim has improved the signing of the English star, and he's desperate to improve his United midfield.
Swap for Bentancur?
I probably would do that, you know. I probably would.
I probably would. I think Atletico want him as well, reportedly.
At 26 million, you know, I think, you know, as soon as you sign him, his value probably goes.
How is he 26 million? They signed him for 40, didn't they?
I don't know what's gone wrong with him at Atletico Madrid. Whenever I watched him play, he's not playing.
Yeah, maybe he has got clauses if he plays too much. He has to pay like an extra certain amount of money. I think kind of suits everyone. Bentancur was one to buy Atletico. Good move for him. Conor Gallagher's one we've always wanted. Do a swap deal.
Yeah, I'd be open to it. I'm just trying to see like how many games he's actually started this season. So he started 3 games this season in the league.
Very odd.
He's come off the bench in 11 of them.
So pretty much every game.
Yeah. So he comes off the bench a lot. It looks like it's usually in like the last 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I would take him. I would. With his situation at Atletico, I don't see it being one that's like impossible, which maybe we thought before.
If he's asked how many games he's starting, for sure. Yeah, I like the idea of a swap deal with Bentancur.
Even if it's not a swap deal, I think like if that's genuinely the price which they would accept, I think go get the deal done in January.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
All right, well, that is your Tottenham update for today. Let me know in the comment section below your reaction to all the news stories that we have spoken about today.